Hello everyone, welcome to another planty video. It is me, Desiree, and it is time for plant favorites. These are some plants that I just found myself gravitating towards, some plants I kept wanting to touch and pet, and a couple of pots I really loved in September. So let me start with the pots actually. These are handmade clay pots from Rajiv. If you don't know who he is a jack of all trades. He is so inspiring. He's like Martha Stewart, but he's just so cool. I saw him do a video for HGTV. He has like a little segment that he does with HGTV. I'll link that playlist of all his videos in the description box. If you watch one video, you will be hooked. His personality is like made for TV. The way he does things, he's just so cool and so inspiring. Anyway, I saw his video on how to wash your dishes and I was like, hooked, like, oh my god, I need to revamp how I wash my dishes. And I started following him on Instagram and wherever he's at on social media, and he made these pots. He made them with 𝐿 pottery, and he did a whole thing on his Instagram. He like showed himself making them, and he just does so many cool things. And normally these pots are not for sale, they're just in store at, I forgot, oh, the Farmer's Daughter, I think that was where I bought them from. I'll write it here on the screen. They were selling them there at that, I think it's a nursery, I really don't know what it is. But right when he said they were available, I emailed them right away because they don't normally sell these online. But if you email the company, they'll try to work something out to get you the pot. So I bought 2 of them and I can't believe I have these. I opened them up and I was just like, look at this precious thing. These handmade, beautiful, like unglazed clay pots. I think they're just absolutely stunning, and I can't believe I have something that he made. Oh, I'm so happy to have these. And then this is the other one. They had a couple different designs, like this one here has like, I really don't know the name of the designs, but this one looks like this. This one has like that different kind of lip with the little dips in it, and I love them so much. The plant that's sitting in here is just kind of sitting. It's this little Hoya that I don't know the name of. It just says 4-inch Hoya red list assorted house, and that's it. I don't know what kind of Hoya it is, but I have it just sitting in there because I can't find like what plant is the perfect plant to put in here. Obviously something that likes to be on the dry side because these are unglazed, and I just kind of really liked the way that this Hoya was growing. That's actually why I bought it. I thought it was a 𝐿𝐿𝐄𝐿, but I really don't know. It was unlisted, so that's kind of what it looks like, but I really liked the way it looked in the pot, so I just kind of set it in there to see if I'll like it long term. But oh, these pots, I feel so like privileged to have these. I'll link his HGTV playlist in the description box. He's also starting a YouTube channel that's coming in January. I can't wait, I'm so excited. And I'll list his Instagram as well. He's so cool. He does these pots, he does the pots, he does the HGTV thing, he's a calligrapher. Like, he just does a whole bunch of different stuff and he does it well. He's so inspiring. I'll link him down below. Please go check him out. The next thing I loved this month is this little weird plant. This is a ripsalis. So I actually thought this was a Hoya retusa, and it stopped me in my tracks. And I said out loud, oh my god, a Hoya retusa. And I was by myself at Lowe's walking around after work, and that's what I said out loud. There's no one ever there, they don't care. But this is not a Hoya retusa, it is a ripsalis, and it's one of those kind of cactuses. I always say that like that because it's not your traditional kind of cactus that has spines or that looks kind of like this with like little spines and stuff on it. It's one of those kind of cactuses that has like a succulent kind of feeling to them, like more than a regular cactus, I guess. Like a Thanksgiving cactus, a Christmas cactus, the donkey tail cactus, dogtail cactus, I don't know what they're all called, but it's that kind of cactus that really doesn't have spines. It's just the name of it. I don't know why they're called that. I'm just saying things now. But anyway, it's a variety of cactus and it's freaking cool as heck. Look how cool and full this is. I walk by this every day and I just touch it and I look at it like this. And my grandma told me the other day, you know, plants don't like to be touched, and I'm like, my plants are just gonna put up with it, because this one is just so like, I just have to touch it. You just want to like run your fingers through it. It's so cool and shaggy, and I just really think it's awesome. Really full on the top. I found this at Lowe's as part of Costa Farms like Exotic Angels plants. I think it was the the $15 one. So cool. And I put it in this pot almost immediately when I got home. I just got the plant, tipped it over into my hand out of its nursery pot, got this pot, and then just put it right back in there like that. I didn't want to mess with it at all because I was really afraid I was going to break these, but I think the pot looks so good with this plant. It's this terracotta that has a little bit of patina on it that looks just so nice, and I love it. I love this little plant. I literally just want to like play with it all day long like it's a wig or something. I think it's so cool. So if you're looking for one of these, keep your eyes peeled at Lowe's. That's where I found this. It's just really, really cool. All these like long little strands. I think it's an awesome plant. I have had one of these in the past. It was like maybe 10 little strands that I found for $1 on clearance, and it's no longer with us. I actually completely forgot I had that until this moment. I'm pretty sure I overwatered it because it just like rotted out of the pot. I haven't watered this yet, so if you have care tips or you have a ripsalis, let me know what you do because I don't want to harm this beautiful being. So let me know your care tips. But I did love this plant in September. I just like want to touch it and be near it all the time. I don't know what's that. I don't know what that is, but I love it. That's all I know. Okay, we all saw this coming. I bought a Monstera Constellation in September. I only had it for a few days in September, but yes, it's a September favorite. I have to show this again. I cannot believe I have a Monstera Constellation. I can't believe it. I was so excited to have this, to buy it, to unbox it. I put up an unboxing video the moment it arrived, and I was just so excited for this plant. Every single day I go check on it to make sure it's doing well. I mean, look how beautiful it is. And one thing I didn't notice in the video when I was unboxing is that the front part of the stems are white and the back part are green. That's so cool. There's a new growth right here. I'm going to treat this the same as a Monstera deliciosa, but if you know differently, please let me know. If you have one, let me know your care tips because this is new to me. And it's just kind of sitting in the living room right now, acclimating, and every day I just go look at it and I'm like, I can't believe I have you. I can't believe you're in my life. Yeah, my boyfriend even told me like I need to follow all the rules with this plant because like I said with this ripsalis, I repotted it the day I got it. Plants I get in the mail, I repot them the day I get them. Like I don't really give the plant any chance to acclimate to my house, but this one he even told me, he's like, you need to follow all the rules with that one. Don't repot it right away. And I'm like, I'll try to resist the urge. It does this? No. I think these pots, like they're going to be way too porous, I think, for this kind of plant. But anyway, I love it. I had to give it a shout out again because it is a favorite and it's just so gorgeous. I got this on Walmart.com from the brand Wild Interiors. I follow them on Instagram and they put up a little picture and it said, keep your eye on Walmart.com. We've just dropped a bunch of really cool plants. They're called Growers Bench and it's like their special varieties that they do a limited drop of, and this was one of them. I went to Walmart's website right away and I told my boyfriend about it and he was like, just get it. And I was like, no, I can't. I waited for like an hour and then I got more worried they were going to sell out, so I bought it and I have no regrets. No regrets. I love it so much. I have two more things to share with you. Let me go get the first one. I debated whether I should even bring this in here or if I should just film this part out in the living room where this plant is, but it's too late. Ugh, I already brought it in here. This is a Philodendron Goldy Eye. I found this at Home Depot. Oh yeah, this works totally fine. This is totally fine. And I couldn't believe it because this is one of those really cool philodendrons. Okay, yeah, it's totally working. That grows this. This looks ridiculous. What am I doing? It grows this really cool leaf in like a circle, and you can see the leaf here. And it's really, really, really cool. This was only like $15. I couldn't believe it. Of course, I pulled all of them down to pick out the best one. And then here's the other leaf here. Really cool. And then there's this leaf here. I'm going to show you a picture of how it looks where I have it in the living room or in the front room. I love the spot that it's in so much because it looks really cool when the blinds are closed because it just has this background and then this big plant just like being like towering in front of the window. I love it. There's a new leaf growing in right here. And I found it at Home Depot. So if you want a Philodendron Goldy Eye, go to Home Depot, take a look there. Home Depot is not really the one I go to when I want one of these like really cool wacky plants or like these unusual plants for my area. I usually go to Lowe's because that's where they have Costa Farms, and Costa Farms usually puts out those kinds of plants. But Home Depot's been getting some really cool ones, and a lot of them are grown by Mason Farms, which this one was grown by Mason Farms, a farm in New Mexico where I live, which is really cool. So Home Depots might vary. I'm assuming some might use local plants, some don't. Mine uses a lot of local plants, and Mason Farms has been pumping out some really cool stuff lately, like this one. So had to show you this, even though it's kind of impractical to bring in here and show you, but it's a favorite, so I gotta be honest. Okay, you gotta go on the floor now. Okay, this last one. Hair looks so flat. I don't get the middle part thing, like why people are so passionate about having a middle part or side part. The middle part, unless you have a lot of volume in your hair, it just looks like dumb. I don't know. Anyway, my hair naturally dried with the middle part today, so I kept it. Anyway, my poor boyfriend has to hear me say, at least once every other month, I say this phrase, I'm gonna get really into blank. And it's what I said when I got really into houseplants. Like literally, I had picked up a plant at Home Depot and I turned to him and I said, I'm gonna get really into houseplants. And then look what happened. I'm very into houseplants. Anyway, the other day I told him, I'm gonna get really into succulents because I watched Garden Answer do a succulent arrangement and I thought it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. And no joke, I have watched probably 50 succulent videos since then. I've watched every single one of them that she has on her channel. I've watched many of them multiple times. I've gone to the store many times to look at succulents, but they're really expensive for what they are. And I've always found succulents really boring and just kind of like blah. But for some reason, watching her put together that arrangement, it just like exploded in my brain. And I thought, I have to get really into succulents. So I've been going to the store, to Home Depot, to Lowe's, and where they kind of sell them, and they're too expensive to get a bunch to make an arrangement. They're like between $3 and $8 a piece, which for a regular plant is not that much, but if you want to make an arrangement, it's too much. And they're like small. So I was even looking at online wholesale succulent cuttings, and I was telling my boyfriend about it, and I was like, is this a good price? And he was like, I don't know succulent prices, but I almost bought a succulent cuttings like grab bag type thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna get it. I entered all my info in and everything, and I didn't do it because I don't know enough about them to make an arrangement to have it thrive at all. But I was at Home Depot yesterday after work and I found, oh my god, it's really heavy, this big giant succulent hanging basket that normally retails for $29.98. This was $12. And it looks so good. I agonized over which one to get because I thought they were $30, and I was like, well, I'll just get that big basket and I'll have a ton of, you know, plants to experiment with, and I can make a lot of cuttings. I could try a bunch of stuff without feeling too bad. And then when it rang up $12, I was like, no freaking way. So I went and got another one. So I got two big baskets just like this, and I'm really excited to do some cuttings, and I want to try to put together like a small arrangement, like really small arrangement. Maybe I'll put it in this, a little like arrangement in this pot. That'd be perfect for succulents. For the table, for my kitchen table, because I want to redo it for fall, and I always have a plant and like a couple little things on the side, and I want to do a succulent thing for fall for our kitchen table. And I'm going to have a lot of fun getting to do some cuttings from this and not feel so bad because this whole thing was $12. You know, if I had done some cuttings or tried to build an arrangement with succulents I paid $3 to $8 for, and then they didn't live, I would just feel like wanting to give up, you know. So I'm really happy with this find. Like I said, I got two of them. And I know a lot of people find succulents like really beautiful. I have never had until just recently, and now I'm like enamored. I want to see all of them. I want to learn the names. They're just really, really cool. I do have a few succulents already, but I'm not trying to make an arrangement out of them. Like I have the burrow's tail up there. I got the string of pearls. I have a string of needles, maybe? I have a couple of succulents that I do like already, but nothing like this, and nothing like an arrangement, and nothing that I really thought was particularly beautiful. And now I'm like gonna get really into succulents. And then yesterday I was telling him I wanted to buy an evergreen, and he was like, you're gonna get really into evergreens now. And I was like, you don't know anything about anything, but yes, I'm gonna get very into evergreens. anyway, that is it. Those are my favorite planty things for the month. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. Let me know some planty things you loved this month. I will love to know. I would also love to know if any of you guys already happen to follow Rajiv Surenda online, or you watch his HGTV segments on YouTube. But anyway, that is it. That is all I have to say about my plant favorites. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.